Hello, welcome to Total POPfest. This is your host Jamie. With me always is my co-host JJ, and this is the Not So Newlywed Game. All right. Okay, that's as much as I could do with that dumb voice.
Keep going with it. Keep going. I want you to do the whole thing with that.
So we happen to have a lovely wrestling couple, if you will. They're legit shoot married. Heidi Howitzer, Austin Reddick. Hello, welcome.
With child too, apparently. Yeah, so we have the whole family.
Not legit with child, but like with big yellow, terrible furry child.
For those of you listening, it's a fur baby. So
fur baby.
Yes.
Wow, I started
Let's
something.
Not start that. Dirt sheets will be all over that.
So thank you guys. Welcome for joining us here. So Total POPfest, we like to kind of break out of the mold occasionally too. So with a wrestling couple, like you said, but we're not going to talk about wrestling. So
thank God.
I know, right? You feel like that's like your third job there. It's like,
Yes.
So how are you two doing this wonderful evening?
Doing well, man. Appreciate you having us on.
Absolutely. It's Austin's first time with us. Heidi, longtime friend of the podcast here. Brea Butt Stuff is back with us, but we're glad to see Austin as well. Jamie, you have, we like to go on the whole butt stuff thing with Heidi, of course, right? But you have your own nickname for Austin. Did you want to share that with him?
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, I'm gonna bury you. Let's go.
That's fine. I don't mind getting buried. I got a wife and kids. I get buried all the time. So when you came to Journey Pro the first time, we saw you had the red bandana, and then you had the very nice and neat version of your beard,
which was new because everything we've seen you in before, there wasn't such a trim beard.
Yeah, and then you went completely shaven. I saw that. But I called you Budget Nick Gage without all the scars.
I would rather be the one without the scars, but as much as I'd like to be offended by that, I'm sure his booking rate's a bit higher than mine.
Just saying. I mean, he is the only, I think, signed, contracted GCW performer. So maybe a compliment in passing. So,
he looked like.
I'm just saying, if you promote a wrestling show and you're listening to this, and you want Nick Gage-ish.
There you go.
Save a few bucks while you're at it. Just book AustinReddick@gmail.com.
It's like, man, I would love some Nick Gage, but that boy is expensive. It's like, well, I got the solution for you. So
he's just as expensive and way more charismatic. And all his teeth. He's got all his teeth.
Yeah, all of them. Every single one.
Well, I don't know where we're going with that. So, thank you guys for going on here. We've given you precious little information about what we're going to be doing this evening here, other than it's going to be a version of the Newlywed Game. So Jamie's prepared an activity-fueled evening for us. So I'm going to turn it over to him and let us walk through this. I am just here as I am the Ed McMahon to your Johnny Carson. Let us go, Jamie.
Perfect. So we're just going to do the old-fashioned, since we don't have any fancy like prompters and like you filled out cards. We're just gonna do the old pointing game. So I'm gonna ask you a question, who did what, and you point at each other, and then we can talk about it.
It's gonna be interesting.
Sounds like a plan.
So they may be quasi wrestling themed, just like in the wording, but I think we all know what I mean. So we're gonna start off with very, very easy things. When did you all who made the first move?
And I am keeping score for those interested.
Okay.
This is competition. I don't care.
Who made the first move? Nice. Okay.
Both people are saying Austin. What's the answer?
I assume it's Austin.
It's gotta be Austin.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah, that I feel like that was okay.
I mean, we were in agreement, so yeah. I would take it.
Me on Tinder, and I ignored him, and then I messaged him on OkCupid. I didn't realize it was the same person.
Okay, so hypothetically, you both made the first move if you think about it.
Yes.
I was so first.
Okay, Austin was the first.
He swiped right.
He did.
Even though I don't know what Tinder is and never heard of it, whatever. ever.
Jesus Christ, Jamie.
I'm kidding. All right. All right. So where did you all have? Okay, who was the first one to turn heel, or who's the first one to start an argument?
No.
Or who starts the most arguments? How about that?
Oh, we're pretty passive aggressive, so we
Yeah.
don't really fight.
We don't really argue too much.
No. So that's like I was like, it's a
Yeah. Probably about even.
Yeah, probably 50-50.
And not frequent.
No.
Do you guys do pranks on each other and like, ridiculous things like around the house or stuff like that?
He gives me a fright regularly, but that's not on purpose. That's just because I'm unaware and I freak out when he like walks into a room. So
yeah, like she'll be well aware I'm in the house, and I'll happen to walk into the bedroom, and then she gets startled. She doesn't expect the other person that lives here to walk by.
It's a man! Oh God!
Yeah, it's like
what makes it better is she's typically at the time surrounded by 3 dogs who would be barking their asses off if there wasn't. They're not alarmed, but she flips out.
Stressful.
I have a daughter who's like that. Like she is just oblivious to what's going on around her, and literally you just go, she's like, oh my God. It's like like I'm standing right in front of you.
Yeah, and I have bad reflexes too, so there'll be like a split second after I see him that I'm like, So yeah, it's not great.
All right, to stray off of the questions for just a hot second, but more in like the who did what. So you guys obviously are a wrestling couple, and you met through Tinder and OkCupid. Did you both know you were wrestlers before you started dating, and did that make it awkward? And like, just tell us about your early story.
Oh,
yeah, she wasn't a wrestler until we'd been dating for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we moved to Denver from Texas. She got a job, and when we moved, I was just going to be done wrestling because I'd done it for a long time. And then like 6 months in, we were sitting on the couch, and she was like, "Don't make fun of me, but I want to learn to be a pro wrestler."
No, we were in Leadville, and I'd been drinking.
Might have been on a couch at the bar. Research is to be done. We'll get back to that one. But
yeah,
continue.
6 and 1.
Yeah, I was like, don't make fun of me, but I want to learn how to wrestle. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened. And then you decided to.
Yeah, I just started wrestling again because if she's good, I might as well.
Yeah, and when we first started dating, he had told me he was a professional wrestler, and like, I didn't connect the dots, but I've got 2 of my Mark buddies. I'm a fucking Mark too, but super Mark buddies. We go to like the VFW hall shows and stuff together. They were the ones that put the pieces of the puzzle together when I sent him a picture of him that I had actually seen him wrestle with them like a year ago, like a year previously, almost to the day. And yeah, so that's
Kismet.
That's kind of awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. So back to the questions. This is a new world. Who proposed to whom and how?
Proposed to her. We were on a cruise and like stopping in Mexico somewhere. I was like, "You want to go buy a cheap ass engagement ring?"
Yeah, that's
so perfect.
Glorious.
Sure. Fuck it.
Yeah. We bought a cheap engagement ring, and then we were engaged.
Yeah, it was swell. Yeah, that's the super romantic story.
So not to try to one up you, but I totally am. No, I was kidding. My wife and I legit, when I proposed to her, is right after we had a fight. Like it was our first like legit fight, and then I was like, I'm like, fuck it, I know I want to marry this woman after this fight. Like, you want to marry me? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. That's how it was. And we went and got the engagement ring later.
Cool.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went down. So
we had a super chill, kind of, relaxed, kick back. Hey, let's get married. Fuck yeah, let's go. To the hyper aggressive. It's like, I hate you so much, I love you. Let's get married.
Yeah. Yes. Very opposite ends of the spectrum, but yeah, same vibe.
I
have no story, so I'm king of doing whatever the fuck I want, Phil, which means I'm not entangled. So I'm gonna stay off of that one.
Entangled. I mean, what's up, Jada Pinkett?
I am just saying, marriage is a fabulous institution. So is prison. I don't know.
All right. So my next question, this is for each of you. Describe your first thought of each other in one word.
For those of you listening and not watching, Heidi has many wonderful words going through her head, obviously, right now, because she almost immediately burst out laughing.
My first thought was Harry, but I've also...
I respect it. From a hairy man, no.
I don't get it.
That's fine. That's good. Unfortunately,
that's just a beard down to like here, so...
Touche.
I don't know if I could put it into one word. He was rocking like double denim Canadian tuxedo at the time, but I don't know how to fucking put that into one word.
We'll hyphenate it.
Hoser.
Yes, probably.
Hoser.
What do you hoser?
We found out the definition of hoser from one of our Canadian colleagues like about a month ago. It's whenever the loser of a hockey, like a pickup hockey game, would have to be the one who get out the hose and hose down the ice afterwards. They were the hoser.
Oh, I just learned something new today.
Yeah, I didn't know that had a meaning.
Either did I.
Relation of hoser.
Welcome to POPfest, where nothing but knowledge.
Yes.
Education's...
Usually Jamie drops random ass movie quotes. Now he's just giving us like random factoids. So touche. All right, so we got Hoser and Harry. We got a lumberjack, basically.
Yes.
Combined.
Yes. Jesus. All right. All right. So my next question, and this one's going to be an expanding question. Heidi, I know you're big into video games. Austin, are you into video games as well?
I mean, I play them, but not as much as she does. I will play a game when like I got a game that I want to sit down and play for a long time, but like I don't play a bunch of different stuff. Although she did already give me the Iggy that I hear y'all are playing Elden Ring.
Yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, I've been playing that a lot recently. Before that, I think the last game I played was like the Spider-Man game that came out on PS4. So like I don't.
Okay, that's a fun game.
Oh, and the Star Wars game.
Oh yeah, Jedi Fallen Order was pretty rad too.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I collect lightsabers now.
Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to buy that one at Disney when I was there because they actually just released it and it was not available. I was a little pissed.
We just started rewatching through all the movies and content, so we just watched.
Are you watching the entire catalog, like canon catalog, including all the cartoon stuff?
Wars too. So yeah.
That's a time commitment.
Are you going in chronological or like when they were released?
When they were
episode 1 through 9.
Yes, there were
chronological. Yes.
So you're starting at episode 2 through 9 because episode 1 is not really a Star Wars movie. I will fight anybody who had Darth Maul. I hated.
Oh, we love Darth Maul here.
I love Darth Maul, but that movie was trash.
I mean, all of the prequels leave something to be desired, but like, it's still a Star Wars movie. And
Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, I'll sit there and relentlessly like roast it in the many spots that is disturbing.
Yeah.
But like, my bar for entertainment is super low. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, and
the passes in our house.
Yeah, and my argument always has been to Jamie on this too, because I hate episode 1 too, but it's still part of it. It's still in there. Darth Maul was cool. There was little bits of it. Duel of Fates, that whole lightsaber battle and the song that went around with it, fantastic.
Yeah, pod racing.
Did have pod racing.
Pod racing was cool and all. It was fine.
Pod racing so bad.
It was fine.
There was in every single entertainment center display. in every single store that year when that movie was released was the pod racing scene.
Oh, that game on N64 was fire too.
Every single one as you walked by is fucking pod racing.
And then like Dave Busters and stuff, they had the actual arcade game.
Yeah, I remember
all that.
Yeah, those were awesome.
And like pod racing was cool, man. It was something different. It's not somewhere I left the theater.
Yeah,
going, like, I wish that was real and I could do it, but like for a chunk of a 2.5 hour movie, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So Jamie is probably the only. I know there's lots of levels of Star Wars fandoms out there, right? Those are those who love everything no matter what. Those are those who are like the original 3 and fuck everything else, and then there are those who are kind of somewhere in the middle. Jamie is a somewhere in the middle guy for sure, definitely. Very particular. He loves most everything Star Wars except for 2 exceptions: Episode 1 and the original Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I don't like Ewoks.
We were having this conversation the other day because he thinks that Ewoks are really, really cool. And, like, I'm fine with the Ewoks, but, like...
No, I love the Ewoks. They're brutal.
They're not my jam.
They're like crushing people's skulls with logs.
Yeah! And they're little teddy bears that, like murder teddy bears. That's awesome.
See, and like you said that, I was like, okay, they're like real life drop bears, so that's cool. But also, like, they're just weird, man.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
But she also doesn't like monkeys, so like I think it's like anything small and furry and kind of humanoid just like messes with her.
Dude, I'm not a fan of teddy bears.
It's the bipedal thing is what your favorite. Okay.
Yeah, but I love like the Jawas are like my fucking jam.
Oh, Jawas are awesome. Utini!
Yeah. Yeah, I do. They're super cute.
But you hate Ewoks. See, I've never understood the whole hatred towards the Ewok. I loved Ewoks.
We're the same age. Actually, I'm technically a year older than you, and I hate them. And it's like they say
you're
people
not.
are.
You're like 6 months older than me, but you're still older than me.
All right.
For the record.
I'm like they just aren't like my thing.
Yeah.
Touche. Touche.
Yeah. So let's stick on the movie theme because we just talked video games. What is a couple guilty pleasure movie, and then what is like a individual guilty pleasure movie? Like something that you guys will just watch as a couple, like no one else would like, man, that's a dumbass movie, but you just like it pops you guys every time you watch it.
So like I don't know if people would necessarily say that's a dumbass movie. Like I know tons of people that like it, but yeah, there's 2 movies that we have watched a million times. It's Your Highness and Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Grandma's Boy is so underrated.
Yeah.
So very underrated.
What's a piece of the gray bush? Come on.
It's a classic. We watch that movie like at least once a month.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Solid.
So for us, for my house, because Pitch Perfect is really high on our list, obviously because I'm one man in a house of 5 women.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's a great movie though. And then The Losers is really big for us too. We really like the movie The Losers. It's a DC comic, or not DC. It's a DC comic-ish thing. It's got young Chris Evans before he became, the man. It had Idris Elba, and it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I've seen it like on HBO Max, but I haven't actually watched it. I have to check that out.
Worth a watch.
Cool story, bro.
It's really funny. I appreciate it.
I'll have to watch it.
It's got everybody before they got big, like legit. Like tons of people before they got big. All right. So now that we've talked about the guilty, now do you guys have individual guilty pleasures like one of you can't stand? That you just
like one movie, like you love a movie and you're just like, why would he love that? Or you love the movie, like why does she love that movie? One of those things.
So she watches Lord of the Rings like she'll start it once a week. I don't think she's ever finished one of those movies. But she'll start each one like once a week. Although that's not one where I can't stand them because I enjoyed those movies, but just not with that frequency.
And extended edition. That's important.
And the extended. Okay, so you maybe you should start with the regular cut.
No.
And then
we did go last year. They re-released like the newest edition they came out with in theaters.
The Hobbit.
So Fellowship one weekend, and then we saw Two Towers and Return of the King back to back the next one.
Oh, okay.
That was a long time to sit in one theater, but it was still pretty rad.
You have no idea that you open a can of worms here, because Jamie has a very specific opinion. I don't know why, but it's like hit all the high points. Jamie has a very specific opinion on Lord of the Rings.
Heel on me. You guys ever seen the movie Clerks 2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You remember that scene?
Hey, fuck you, guy.
That is my exact thought. Even the trees fucking walk to that movie. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I got exhausted watching those movies just from the 45 minutes of expansive wide shots of people fucking walking.
Well, maybe you should walk to Mordor.
I mean, I do need the exercise, but I'd rather ride the eagle that was available to me at the very beginning.
Oh, don't do plot holes like that. We could shoot plot holes in every sci-fi film and fantasy film ever. Stop it.
The center of Mordor is a giant eye looking around all directions. Like, you take to the skies, you're getting spotted. You gotta go ninja.
Yeah, walking.
Send the midget. They won't see him coming.
Jamie, have you watched the entirety of Lord of the Rings all the way through?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Because it feels like you never have, because you
I know
dog on it. The way you dog on it.
Okay, this might save me with Heidi here. I did like the Hobbit movies though. Less walking, more action. Less action. There's less walking, more action.
Oh my god, there's not that much walking.
Those are definitely two completely different trilogies for like different audiences.
Yes.
They were.
Yeah, The Hobbit is for. Oh, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy The Hobbit, but The Hobbit is for filthy casual nerds. And yeah,
I'll own it. Like, fuck, I'm wearing a Hufflepuff shirt for Christ's sake right now.
We're a little bit. I mean, yes, we're a little bit nerdy. Me with my Star Wars and Batman tattoos.
Now.
You know.
yeah.
See now Harry Potter is one that I got no time for.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
I've seen all the movies, and once was enough on those.
That's fair.
Okay, I hear you.
They're good background viewing. Like, if one of my friends put it really well. Like, if she wants to take a nap, she'll put on Harry Potter. Not like in an insulting way to Harry Potter. It's just like it's soothing.
It's one of those you can just fall asleep to. I get you. I understand. It definitely is not for everybody. I think is that's the one. Like Star Wars, as I believe Star Wars for everybody, right? Mm-hmm, you know, like superhero movies, everybody can get into one of somewhere in the middle of that. Harry Potter, I get it. I definitely get it. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, just not for me.
That's fair.
Touche.
That's fair.
Well, Jamie, I have obviously I have no guilty pleasures at all. So please move forward.
You don't have any guilty pleasure movies? I
want to talk about this.
Come on. Everybody's got guilty pleasures.
You guys, I want you both to know this, that I work with Jamie. We work in the same department. And so I talk to him 5-6 times a day, work-related stuff, besides our friendship anyway. And now I'm going to open a can of worms that'll never be closed, because he does not put anything, he never puts anything past him.
No.
I actually like and will watch on occasion. I own the video for Battlefield Earth.
That is a guilty pleasure.
Battlefield Earth is.
I didn't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. I really did. I liked it.
It's a
I'm
choice.
sorry.
It's a choice.
It was not good, but like as I was saying earlier,
we've got a low bar.
We got a low bar for entertainment. If there's some spaceships,
we'll watch it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know we watched it. I don't remember anything specifically about the movie, but like it's got to be really bad for me to watch it and be like, all right, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't think people could get past John Travolta with like the ridiculous, alien costume on him. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
I watch a lot of like bad sci-fi, so like I find it acceptable.
See, thank you. You guys made me feel better for myself, because usually I get ridiculed 3 ways to Sunday whenever I bring it up. I mean, Battlefield, really?
I like the weird movie. I'm a horror nerd, so I like the B horror movies and everything like that. Like Traumas, Frogville, Frogtown. I love that. But my guilty pleasure,
Trauma.
My guilty pleasure is Barry Gordy's Last Dragon. I can watch that any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
I don't think I've ever actually seen that.
Bruce Leroy. Leroy.
Oh,
The show enough, the Shogun of Harlem.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why. You said The Last Dragon because we were just talking about Lord of the Rings and stuff, and I was thinking like
you're over here.
I hadn't seen it, and I'm like, what is this? What is this?
You need to see it.
It was an animated movie, The Last Unicorn.
Yeah.
And that's for some reason I was thinking that, but I also have seen that, so I don't know why I would have said.
Well, because then there's Flight of
Flight of Dragons. Yeah, I thought you were talking like really weird late '80s animation, but yeah, Kung Fu movie. Yes.
Oh, like Vampire Hunter D and Akira and all that. You into that?
Oh no, I mean yes, but no. This is like man, you have to.
So it's not like anime; it's like Western animation.
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
Probably like late '80s.
Yeah, late
early
90s.
It's like real shit VHS quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Flight of Dragons, like Peter Dixon.
Flight of Dragons sounds. I know. I swear I've seen that. That sounds so
James
familiar.
Earl Jones is the bad wizard.
Okay, I've seen that. Yep,
I've seen that.
It's amazing. That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
He's an underrated bad guy too. I loved him in Conan.
Yeah.
He's good at everything he does. I mean, come on. He's funny as hell in Coming to America. He's great. He's great. So, all right. Well, thank you for making it feel not as bad, but yes. Like Battlefield Earth.
Safe space.
It's okay.
Safe space as long as you like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I do. I love Lord of the Rings.
I'm just going to keep getting heat for this, aren't I? It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm never
going to let you forget this.
All right. So my next question is, where did you guys go on your first actual date?
Velvet Melvin.
It was a bar in Houston.
Yeah, shitty little dive bar in Houston off Westheimer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Probably. Don't actually know.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was because it had like the strip club or something across the street that'd been there forever too.
Yeah, like it was. I mean, it was usually busy. It was doing well. I don't know if it like because of COVID and all that, maybe it closed down, but we haven't really been hitting bars out in Houston sometimes.
You guys are a little ways away from that now, so that's a bit of a drive. Do you still have family down that way, or?
Yeah, we just wrestled for Wrestle Rave down in Houston last weekend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we now, especially since moving to Kansas, we've already been down there twice, and we're in Dallas the other week too. So we're making it back down to Texas pretty regularly.
It's an easier shot than Colorado by far.
It's a straight shot down the highway. It's 8.5, 9 hours if there's no traffic. It's 11 hours if there is traffic. We came back on Sunday, and we lost 2 hours just getting from Dallas to Southern Oklahoma, which is normally like 90 minutes.
Oh,
wow.
It's not a happy
I'm still debating about if I should just fly or not because I'm supposed to go to Dallas end of June. Actually, I'm going to Austin and Dallas. My buddy lives in Austin, but a band that we love is having a one-day only original member reunion show at House of Blues in Dallas. So he got his tickets, and so I'm just like, it's not that bad of a drive, but then it's like it can be. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. It'd be nice to have your own car down there, just because. It's driving there so much, but also with like gas prices, but also flight prices are insane too right now. So
exactly. So
yeah, everything sucks.
Everything is awful. It's money. Hate it.
All right, this one should hopefully deter some heat away from me. What are each other's most annoying habit?
Ooh.
You know what you're gonna say about me.
Oh, no, there could be several.
Yeah, you don't know what he...
Yes.
It's his choice, yes.
Several, then.
No, what she probably thought I was going to say is that she snores. But we got a guest room, so, like, I'll just go sleep in the guest room and stretch out. I'm good. That's neither here nor there. She does have a bad habit of not throwing things away.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she'll open a package and leave the package on the counter 6 inches from the trash can. 4.5 fiscal seconds it would take to throw that in the trash. So that would probably be it.
All right, what's his?
Oh, he's a perfect, flawless angel, and everything he does is wonderful, and there's never any issues ever.
That's right. Now people are going to think I beat you.
I know.
It was just a long, uncomfortable.
Wow.
Blink
Wow.
twice.
Oh, like is he ever like conditioned or
Oh,
something?
they said they're passive aggressive with each other, so
Case in point.
she's doubling down. She's not gonna double down on that, huh? Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. She pleads the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Pleads the fifth. All right. Here we go. This one will be fun. Who do you think each other's hero is? Like their idol growing up? Have you had that kind of conversation?
That's a deep conversation.
I know it's a deep cut.
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, I was a huge HBK mark when I was growing up because I was like 9 in 1996, so I was like the age group that babyface Shawn Michaels was going.
I was 16.
Which-
Thanks.
Going back to the guilty pleasures, I don't like the guilty pleasure movie, but my guilty pleasure wrestling is the New Generation era, like 94 until just before, or late 93 until just before the Attitude Era. That's
Wow.
just I'll just throw on the background when I just want to sit on the couch and watch mindless shit.
So fun story. We're watching like that era wrestling one night a couple years ago, and I made fun of Shawn Michaels' fucking tattoo because I thought it looked stupid. I know that Alex also has that same tattoo.
It is not that same tattoo. I have a dragon wrapped around a heart with a dagger through it. Shawn Michaels is a snake.
It's a variant.
It's inspired by it.
That's like a McDonald's McDowell's difference. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not one where it's like I literally have been in countless number of locker rooms, have never had anyone look at it and be like, "Oh, that's like a Shawn Michaels tattoo, right?"
Okay,
like
so
it's styled differently. It just is a
Gotcha.
dagger through it and a lizard of some sort wrapped around.
similar. I get you.
Yeah,
there. Okay.
Not that I would be above just straight up getting an HBK tattoo, but I already have this one, so I'm not above just stupid tattoos.
I love some stupid tattoos.
All right, what's her hero?
Probably some band nerd thing. She plays the tuba, and I'm sure there was some well-regarded tubist out there that was just laying on some hot fire. That little Sarah growing up was like, I just want to fucking blow a horn like that lady someday.
Like
I think that
Tom
needs to
Abs
be a
or
t-shirt.
something.
What's that?
Like Tom Abs or something.
Is my hero shirt that I made myself to go to an Øystein Båtsvik tuba concert. He's a Norwegian tuba player.
I told you, oyster guy.
A Norwegian tuba player.
He's really
Okay.
good.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Er-
Yeah, because you are a classically trained tubist.
Tubist.
And then
Yes.
you entered into the world of professional wrestling.
I did for some fucking reason.
You love it though. And hate
I
it.
do.
probably. All right.
Yes, all of that.
So we are going to dabble a little bit into wrestling. I know we were trying to stay away, but I feel like this is a little bit different than just talking about you guys, obviously. What was each other's favorite match of all time? Not like you wrestled, like the one that, like, yeah, that's why I want to
The favorite matches you've seen. So
Yes,
not one
seen.
that you participated in.
That would be part
Gotcha.
2, obviously.
Oh, well, hey, spoiler.
You want to know each of our favorite
Are you guessing the other person's, or are we just saying our own?
Oh,
Yeah, Jimmy, what are we doing here,
guess
man?
each other's. I want to see if you get it right. This is going to be great.
That's hard.
See,
Okay.
yeah, I would say she doesn't have a favorite because she is constantly like, "Oh, I just watched this match with these people and it was so good." Like, and I mean, I'm sure it was like, but I don't know if she would have like one favorite match.
Okay.
Yeah, no, be more like wrestler centric.
And she started watching wrestling, what, like 2011-ish?
Yeah.
So, like, she grew up from a kid and had been watching for decades and, like, yeah. So, yeah, I would say you don't have a favorite.
I bet I could probably get yours because you're a Shawn Michaels guy. I bet it's between two of his matches because I'm a big Shawn Michaels mark.
All right, which two?
All right, I think it's either going to be the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels Iron Man match, or of course the ladder match that made of all ladder matches, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental.
Or is it Shawn Michaels Taker?
Yeah,
that's up there too. Which one?
Shawn Michaels and Taker with WrestleMania 25.
It's Taker 2, so it's 2.
No, Taker 1 was 25. 26 Taker 2.
That's right. Oh, God, that match.
Now, I
so
happened
hard.
to be at WrestleMania 25 and got to see that live, so that might sway my opinion a little bit.
Well,
but even then, that match was just so good.
Yeah, it does, but I don't think it gives you an even better rendition. Jamie and I we'll fight anybody that says differently. The best tag team match we've ever seen, we've ever been a part of, was from All Out, the steel cage match between Young Bucks and Lucha Bros. We were there,
Yeah, that's
it does, but I don't think that's a negative. That's
especially because, like, being there in the building, everyone, I mean, not like the kids, but any adult that follows wrestling that bought a ticket and went there, they knew Shawn Michaels was losing that match. Like, he wasn't going to win.
Right.
Points in that match where they had the entire arena bought into the fact that Shawn Michaels might win this match.
Right.
Like, they did just such a masterful job of, like, just getting you to buy in the match and not think about what you already knew going into it.
And it was right there. That was like right at the end of the peak of the Undertaker's like performance, like another year and a half or two, but then it was like, but that was like right when he was still at the top, when he could still go hard. So
that one's it for me. The ladder match at 10 is definitely up there. I wouldn't necessarily say unpopular opinion, because I think people are pretty split on this, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Iron Man match. It was
okay.
That's fair.
It was fun. It was weird too, because like I said earlier, like the New Generation era is my jam most of the time. I wasn't as into that as I've been to a lot of other matches. It's hard to do an hour of wrestling really well, especially when no one wins for the entire hour. And it was
right.
I think that match was 45 minutes of just basic ass headlocks and holds with like a couple things that brought it up and down there, and that's not even a bad way to do it. Like, you got an entire hour to go. Obviously, it's not going to be balls to the wall, but you missed a lot of drama in that match just because it was 60 minutes of just really good basic wrestling, but like a little too much of it for my taste.
That's fair.
Do you guys prefer, for what you're going to partake in, what you're going to watch and enjoy? Do you prefer more of that technical and strong, or do you prefer more of like the flippy, spinny shit, crazy stuff?
Spinny shit. Like, so we watch a lot of old wrestling. For example, what do we have on right now in the background?
This is.
It's not
some WCW pay-per-view from 2000. I forget which one.
Okay.
But Tank Abbott is currently beating the piss out of one of the Harris twins.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that takes me back. Super Brawl 2000.
Yeah, Super Brawl.
Super Brawl.
Yes.
Yeah. So like we watch a lot of the old stuff, but like if I'm like just throwing something on.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not one of the Harris twins. It's some other guy that looks like a racist.
that doesn't limit it. Okay.
I like watching a lot of 90s All Japan women's wrestling too.
There you go. All right.
So that and WCW fucking Nitro and
yeah, I mean I largely like it all. If it's done well, I can appreciate it.
Okay.
I like the technical stuff more than the super flippy stuff, just because I feel like, to me, a lot of the flippy spots, if you've seen one, you've seen a lot of them. Like, I couldn't do that. It's cool to see him do that one spot.
Right.
But, like, you either flip forward a couple times or backwards a couple times, or you spun around a couple times. Like, it all starts to blend together for me.
I can't do any of those things.
It feels super impressive. Like, I'll pop for the spots. I could watch one of those matches any day of the week and enjoy it. But I prefer a more technical style to that. Although what I prefer over both is like the more storyline driven stuff.
Well,
I think I'm gonna say Terry Funk.
Sure. I ain't Terry Funk. I got all the time in the world for Funk.
Technical things and Terry Funk.
Which I'm glad you appreciated that, because I saw your tights. I'm like, oh shit, those are Terry Funk tights. Like, I had to call that out. Like, I know what those are. I'm so proud of myself.
See, that's very similar to us. We're basically like the mirror of their couple here. Because Jamie is definitely more of the technical side of things. He likes the technical, strong style. He likes it all, but that's kind of his more preference. And JJ is much more a spot monkey. I want the crazy shit. I want AJ Daniels Joe for an hour and a half, or just some crazy lucha match. So.
Tough for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I'll go back and I'll just geek out. I don't understand a damn word, but I'll go watch like AAA stuff, because you can find all their stuff recorded on like people have it on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. Just
give
find
me Omega Okada. Just give me Omega Okada. And
he wants Omega Okada all day, and I'll watch Triple Mania with the crazy weird stuff, and I love it all. So, but hey, it's all great.
All right, I do want to do a quick callback, because as soon as you said the best tag team match that we ever saw was Bucks versus Lucha Bros, I noticed, Heidi, you were like, whoa. So what would you consider the best tag team match?
Top guys in that match, or Arn Anderson. So clearly, I'm an FTR mark, top guys forever. And we saw a house show in Houston where it was the Revival versus DIY, and it was so funny. It was because it was right before their 2 out of 3 falls.
It was a month or two before they did the big 2 out of 3 falls at TakeOver.
Okay.
They went out there and just did like a 45-minute 1-fall match.
I saw where the is that one where DIY won the titles?
Yeah, it was leading up to that one, and this was just on a random NXT house show in Houston.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
But yeah, they got like 45 minutes, and it was just some of the best tag wrestling I've ever seen.
Amazing.
It's probably tied for my all-time favorite tag match with the Hart Foundation and the Brainbusters at SummerSlam '89.
Oh.
Touche. Touche indeed.
You haven't ever caught it in a while. It is just 20-ish minutes of just some of the best tag team wrestling ever.
And the finish is particularly good.
I need to go back and watch more late 80s, early 90s, because that's when I started watching wrestling as a youth. And, I do remember, like, growing up, I would fight. To this day, I'll fight anybody. That I still say Hogan Warrior from WrestleMania 6 is one of my all-time favorite matches. And, I was big in Legion of Doom and Demolition. I love them both because they looked just ridiculous. Yeah, they were fucking metal, and it looked great. I didn't realize that Demolition was like straight out of a fucking sex film, but hey, touche.
Axe and smash.
It also looks like they could be someone's like high school PE teachers.
I know, right?
Straight out of the fucking dungeon, yeah.
But I remember like they had, so it was like those and like the Young Steiners, the early Hart Foundation, a bunch of them. They all just kind of like rotated in amongst each other, and tag team wrestling was really good. Gave me appreciation for tag team wrestling was that era. What?
Yeah, I love tag team wrestling when it's done well and you have like actual teams and many of them,
not just two guys.
Yeah,
and that's why I think AEW does really well. Speaking of that,
their tag division is
so deep. Yeah,
like for days, like they have so much talent that okay, we want to push you, no problem, because they got it. They got the depth. They could like the Acclaimed are good young guys are coming up. I'm a big Acclaimed fan. Like I think their wrestling is amazing. It's not flippy spinny. It's more strong and technical. No, like I love their tag team division. I'm a tag team mark as well. Not to your guys.
Nice you don't see the same two tag teams wrestle each other for like 6 weeks in a row.
Exactly. We don't actually watch the Connecticut brand.
Yeah, we don't watch the W's.
So
my new weekly Monday ritual is I will, because like we've got a little like window in our kitchen that goes into like where my office and my computer is. So I'll put on Raw and Hulu for like the 30-minute window when I make dinner and then eat it. And I just imagine that is all that is happening in WWE at the time. I know that apparently Akira Tozawa and Tamina are hooking up, and that's like all I know about the product
He's
right
very
now.
invested in yeah, that's his story right now.
Like I'll still tune in NXT every once in a while for a match or two. Like if there's an Io Shirai match, I'll check it out because I love Io Shirai.
This is, damn it, I can't think of the match. I was going to say, never mind. Continue. Yeah.
It was somebody against somebody, and then
it was the Stardom match, but yeah,
a Stardom, yeah. But occasionally they have some good ones. They had that, like the people who get buried. So Dolph Ziggler goes down there and wins the NXT title, and it was like a ridiculous like 3-way banger. So they still put on good matches. Overall I just don't care for the product anymore. So. Yeah, I've actually reverted back Monday nights now a lot. I'm just going to Effie's Twitch. So Effie, he does Monday not Raw. I don't know if you checked it out. He just like streams a bunch of random, as he picks, independent wrestling channels and commentates over it.
Yes, I love him.
Effie is fantastic.
He's hilarious,
Effie is fine.
and I cannot wait to see him live. We saw him live at GCW. When we
saw him live at
GCW at like midnight after driving for 8 hours. We were on fumes, but hey, you know what? If he ever comes to Kansas City, that'd be pretty kick ass. Look at you, Journey Pro.
One day it'll happen.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, we've had Effie come into Triple L in Denver. Yeah. We've actually seen him work both the Howitz, and it was fantastic both times.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that the Anaya match. I remember watching that on the first replay when they had the audio really messed up, and that match was so good. And Hoodies was equally good in a different way. So love us some Meffy.
What are you doing?
There we were visited again by the pup. Jamie, more questions? Do you have more questions?
Well, I have the follow up finally because this has been such a good dialogue. Now that we've talked about the favorite matches that you've seen, what are the favorite matches that you guys have actually participated in?
You going first or am I?
You can go first.
Versus Masha at Journey that I'll never see the footage of.
So good. that match fucked so hard.
Look at you, Journey. Yeah, no, that was
ridiculous.
That match was fun as fuck. I loved it. I love Masha. I loved working that match. We beat the shit out of each other, and yeah,
legit beat the shit out of each other too. Like you both had welts. It was beautiful. Like that match.
I had a knot on my head for like 3 weeks after that. Yay, headbutts. I love that match, and it's awesome seeing all the stuff. I mean, Masha's everywhere. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would love to work her again.
I saw her the announcements over the weekend for her WrestleMania week matches, and
Masha versus Bear.
Yes, Zicky Dice's Planet Paradise, whatever. Too Masha, it's gotta be a joke because it's on April Fool's Day. So,
it's Masha the Bear. Anybody? I mean, it's a kids show. Masha.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with their work.
I'm not familiar with that either, but the announcement was Masha versus Masha Slamovich versus Bear. It was like, that's glorious.
Yes.
I have money on Masha.
Yeah, God tier booking.
All right, Austin.
So I'd have a hard time picking just one. Up there would definitely be, I did a 30-minute street fight with Ray Rowe in San Antonio.
Ooh, okay.
Back in the day. And we just beat the living piss out of each other for like half an hour. That was a really good time. Actually, really looking forward to this Friday at Triple L. I'm working 2 of the guys that we trained with out in Colorado, Lipto and Logan. So that'll be fun.
For those of you listening, that was last Friday. Go check it out on Triple L's.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't know when this is.
This is gonna air. This is air next Tuesday.
I didn't realize that we were in the future right now.
We are in the future. Yes.
So congratulations on your win. Hopefully,
we time traveled without alcohol, so it's all good.
So forget I said all that, and I'll just say the match I had this last Friday at Triple L. It was 10 out of 10, 15 stars, however you want to put it. Pay us lots of money to come do it in your town.
Go check them out. IWTV or wherever the hell it is. Go.
But actually, just a few weeks ago at New Texas, we finally wrestled each other for the first time.
Oh, that's favorite match.
That was pretty fun.
I was gonna say, I wanted to get to that here. So,
yes. So yeah, let's talk about that match.
What was that?
Who was it? Let's talk about that match for a hot second here. So, was that your guys' idea? Was it the promoter's idea?
No, that was on the promoter. They were doing a mostly intergender show. There were some intergender matches on it. That was kind of like the gimmick for the show.
Okay.
And I've known Bartek, who runs New Texas, from back in the day at Booker's. I've actually been talking for a while about us coming in. And then they needed to get another intergender match on that show, so he just hit me up. It was like, hey, y'all available this date? You want to work each other? And I was like, hell yeah, brother.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, worked out nicely.
And for the listeners at home, who ended up winning that match?
Inconclusive.
we're gonna name names.
Also, unofficial pending review. So we'll once the appeals process is exhausted, we'll see how it goes.
I'm very good at wrestling.
Yes. All right. Well,
I think that was the first time we'd actually been in a match against each other. But that being said, I have eliminated her from every single battle royal we've ever been in together.
So does that equal
like down in the football? She thinks we're working together.
Oh my god! And then you just pull it away.
Yeah, he gives me a high five. I'm like, cool, we're working together. This is fun. We're eliminating people.
That's you fall for it every time. That's typical battle royal trope. You know, you can't celebrate with anybody inside the ring because you're gonna get thrown over the ropes.
Yeah.
Who you live in?
Well, thank you. This was the not so newlywed game. You guys, we're great. I love this.
Thank you guys for doing this. We do have results. So, very interesting because, like I said, it's not the typical Newlywed Game scoring. So, this may sound a little off. So, coming in second place with a score of 1437.6 is Austin. Our winner is Heidi with a score of 10 to the power of 6 times 4, repeating. Congratulations, Heidi Howitzer. I don't know.
System sounds.
Yeah, it sounds suspect.
Very.
I don't know if you're scoring in metric units, but that didn't sound about right.
There's weights to the different things there.
I'm going to have a formal protest on this because he didn't roast me for not liking Lord of the Rings, so I actually should get him some extra points.
Because you don't
well, I personally enjoy those movies. The scene in Clerks 2 where they're roasting those movies is more entertaining to me than all of those movies.
Exactly.
That is one of the funniest scenes in cinema history, as far as I'm concerned. But I do also enjoy Lord of the Rings.
I was legit. I don't look like him, but I'm that guy who's sitting there eating the cheeseburgers like fucking A. But that's me. Like, I totally agree with you.
You do embody that man's spirit. I'm not gonna lie, Jamie. He did get points for that, but there's lots of things to factor in consideration. We'll just have to resell this at another time because
in the squared circle.
Yes.
In
Kansas City.
Maybe in Kansas City.
Street fight.
Well,
barbecue street fight.
Now you're just fancy booking. All right, so we do want to give you guys a little time here. Thank you for doing this. We do appreciate it. Like to give us some of your time. Absolutely. So each of you, please feel free. Go ahead. Plug City. Please tell them where people can find you. Let them know anything you want to plug at all. Please go away. This is your time. Go.
You go first.
So, this previous Friday at Lucha Libre and Laugh, I am in a triple threat for the women's title, well, defending my women's title against Shazza and Heather Monroe.
Ooh.
So, yeah, 2 blondes, 1 Heidi. Very exciting. Could be good. Should it be the worst? So I'm going to see if I can successfully defend that. And then
Okay.
other upcoming shows, April 9th, I am making my Dead or Alive wrestling debut up in Oregon. So that's exciting. And then the following week, I haven't been announced yet, but I am wrestling for Deadlock Pro Wrestling, also making my debut there.
Nice.
And then we have the Journey Pro double feature coming up at the end of April. And I cannot tell you who I am wrestling on either. I know. I think I don't actually know. I have no idea. I have a sneaking suspicion for one of them, but.
Well, Heidi will be wrestling. You're in the tournament too, right?
Probably. I know I got like 3 golden tickets or something.
I think so. We'll
That's to the chocolate factory.
It sounds like a scoring system very similar to the ones that you just described.
I did give Walter a recommendation about how to hand out tickets, so might not have been the best system. Sorry about that. Where can they find you, Heidi?
They can find me on the internet.
Find her on them internets.
Just look around the internet. Just ask for Heidi Howitzer.
Open the internet and just say Heidi Howitzer. There you go.
Makes me think of this post show. He's walking around the internet.
Yes, you can find me. The best place to find me that I recommend is Twitter. I am at Thunderdome Style, but there's no E in Thunder because there was a character limit. It was fucking stupid. So or you can look for Heidi Howitzer. You can also find me at Thunderdome Style, the way it's supposed to be spelled, on Instagram. And I do have a Heidi Howitzer Facebook page, but it's very inactive. I really don't keep it up to date. Follow me on the other stuff. Don't friend request me on Facebook because that's just weird.
It is weird, right? Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I also have links to merch there as well. And
everything's down below. Everything will be down below, as always. And if you're listening to us, go to YouTube. They'll be down below. That'll where it'll be. Austin.
Yeah, so Triple L regularly at Lucha Libre Laugh, I believe is their Twitter handle.
Yeah.
In the immediate future, April 9th, I'm working in Salina for XWE, so I'll be wrestling in Kansas proper, which is
you'll be deep in Kansas and Salina.
I'll be deep in Kansas, but not far from the house. So I'm always down to wrestle within a fairly reasonable travel distance.
That is a nice thing.
Aside from that, I believe I will also be partaking in the Journey Pro weekend towards the end of April. Not sure what plans are, but we will see on that. And I'm at Reddick Rules on Twitter. If you want to see me like and retweet a bunch of Nuggets basketball stuff, literally no original content, that's a place to go.
That's the extent of your Twitter.
I also I believe I'm also Reddick Rules on Instagram. I'm not 100% on that because I literally don't ever post anything to it.
Sometimes.
Like once a quarter.
Yeah.
Is about right. It's never anything particularly good. So if you would like to observe me not put pictures on the internet, rules are just so tossing Reddick on Instagram, and I'll come across somewhere. That's really just for lurking. I don't do a whole lot of interacting on the Instagram.
Just follow. You'll see him on my shit.
Yeah, follow. You'll see me roast her ass eventually, and then you can follow. We can be friends.
And in non-self promotion, you're the worst. Journey Pro did open their own wrestling school. Hoodie and Moonshine Mantel are running training there. I think this is airing afterwards, but I will be actually there training next Wednesday night. I'm going to be
it's not. It's going to be tomorrow night. So if you are in Kansas City and you're listening to this,
if you are a woman, sorry, I mean, if you're a dude too, I don't give a fuck, whatever. But if you're a woman who like been thinking about wanting to wrestle, but you're intimidated because you think it's only going to be guys there training, I'm out of Wichita, so I'm not going to be there frequently, but I go up to KC sometimes for work. I will be at training next Wednesday night, so if that makes you more comfortable, come out. It's going to be fun. I'd say DM Hoodie or DM me for details because I'll get details too. But yeah, Journey Pro finally has their own school. It's awesome. Yay, wrestling.
So happy for that. So happy for that. That's probably the best. I mean, we love Journey Pro. We love seeing you guys come, seeing all our other favorites come into town, marking out, geeking out. Jamie and I are close to all the owners, so we have a good time. We hang out with them and all that. But having the school itself, that's huge. That's
big.
So happy.
Yeah. Big win for Kansas City.
All right. Well, that's all we got. So like I said, everything for Austin, everything for Heidi down below. Please click it, follow, do all the things. Go visit them if whatever show is closest to your home. Go visit them. Support local wrestling. Support independent wrestling. Thank you guys for coming here. I'll reevaluate my scoring system. I apologize, Austin. So Heidi's like, no, it's good. So we'll be back Thursday with our weekly show. As always, please stay tuned. We have more fun stuff coming up with great people. Jamie, that's all I got. So why don't you take us home?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down with Total POPfest, I got 5 words for you. Lord of the Rings sucks.
Ooh. Nice.
I edit this, so I can cut that shit out. It's fine. All right.
That was an unexpected pop. I enjoyed that. I don't know where he was going with that, but he got me.
Well, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
All right.